Hello friends. So today I'm going to talk about QRadar event and flow pipeline. So I will first focus on events. So as you know, so many different security appliances produce event logs, right? So when I say log sources like firewall or maybe Linux servers or Windows servers, like, and these basically logs we are collecting in QRadar architecture at one component called as event collector. So event collector is responsible to collect logs, and at event collector there are parsing engines. So those parse engines basically convert your raw log into normalized fields. So basically event collector is the first component which is parsing the logs, and event collector sending two inputs to event processor. The first input is raw logs as it is plus normalized fields. Then event processor, what it does, basically event processor having CRE, custom rule engine. So those rules are nothing but having set of conditions. So event processor applying those set of conditions on those normalized fields, or if your conditions on raw data, it will apply on raw data. So basically event processor is correlate against the rules, and if that rule matches, then according to the response written in the rule, it action will be triggered. So consider, I will take an example of brute force attack. If 5 or 10 login failures within 10 minutes and followed by success, it might be a brute force attempt, and that I need to consider as an offense. Then event processor will trigger because rule response is offense, so event processor will trigger offense and send towards a magistrate processing core (MPC), magistrate processing core, and that MPC present at your QRadar console. So QRadar console is considered like your uh, graphical wizard, right? So that offense is coming to your QRadar console, and that offense will be triaged, investigated by your SOC analyst person. So this is about uh, event pipeline, how event is coming. So the first, I repeat, first component is event collector, then event processor, and then your console. So this is a normal components utilized. And uh, if you see, there is one component called as a data node. So when data node is used, consider events are coming at event processor. We can store these events at event processor, but sometimes it is a we want to avoid overhead on event processor. So to avoid that, what we will do, we will attach data node. So data node is the appliance which stores events, and basically it's reduce the processing overhead on event processor. Before talking about the flow, I will talk about that there are two types of flows: external flows and internal flows. So what is external and internal flow? So if you see this diagram, we in organization we are having switches, routers, right? And I consider this is internal flow between business units to units. So but not business units, department to department, I can say. So department to department, like that. So that is internal flow, and that we can collect using tap tapping, or in switch there is a port called as a span port. So we can collect by using span port also. What about external flows? External flows basically I consider as a, we're collecting from the outside. So my employees are communicating with the outside like LinkedIn or Facebook, like that. They are spending too much time on that. So basically such kind of traffic information I will get via net flows, J flows, and IPFix. So as you know, in event pipeline, we consider event collector and event processor. In flow, the labeling is like this: component called as flow collector and flow processor. So flows are coming. It might be your internal flows or it might be your external flows. Flows are coming to event. flow collector. Flow collector will do the same, identifying the license requirements, then passing it. After passing, it will send raw flows plus your normalized fields towards flow processor. Flow processor applies rule on that, and if rule matches, it will perform appropriate action. I hope, guys, this little bit help you to understand how event and flows pipeline in QRadar. I will talk about more in next videos. Thank you.